How's it going, everybody? It's me, Shane, and I'm here to give you another Spy Family episode review and recap. Today's episode is episode 11, Stella. And boy, oh boy, this episode makes me want to watch, or should I say, read the manga. Like, it really, really does. Man, that spider bite looks bad. But you know what else would be stellar? Is if you hit that like button, if you go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this, and please don't forget to share the video. I also would love to hear your comments. So, if you remember last week, I think I said last week's episode was right up there with the best. Like, one of my absolute favorite episodes. It was the, let's see, the dodgeball episode. Very funny. Very, very funny. Took itself weirdly serious, but not serious. It was amazing. This, it's even better. Dang it, these episodes are so almost getting to that point where I find a show and then stuff just keeps rising and rising. Like, this has been steady. Steady is not bad. As long as you don't dip in steady. As long as your quality is good. Steady is good. But this is even better. So, we're watching Anya watch Bondman, and Loid is just looking over her test. It's F after F after F. And you could just see the pain look on Anya's face. She's sticking to just watching her show. And Lloyd is trying to ask her a question. She's like, "Nah, don't bother me. Busy right now." And Yor clicks on the lights, and he picks her up. Well, before he picks her up, she runs. She's like, "Anya doesn't want to study." No, and he easily catches her when she runs. He's like, "We have an agreement. Start at 5 o'clock. That's when you start studying." And she says, "Papa is a demon, a demon." She says Oni, but same thing, right? And he's thinking, man, phase 2 was to get her to be the Imperial Scholar. And so she's sitting there doing the work, trying to study, thinking of Proverbs. Something should be an A instead of an E. If it's not Proverbs, it's no Proverbs. If it's not Proverbs, it's Proverbs. I don't know. I don't that I'm my Japanese is lacking on that one in this sense, but yeah. And what happened? So Anya, not Anya, Yor comes in. She looks at the math test and she's still asked, but she goes, "This one's actually a pretty decent, Lloyd. Good job, Anya." She says there are oh my god, what? How many bullets? She says there are 2/8 of bullets left in his gun, and he's thinking, okay, so she's able. So she did well because of the show. Okay, hey Anya, Bondman in episode 16 used this proverb. He uses proverb, and you just got to remember he's trying to jog her memory. She's just like, I, I, I don't remember any of this, and she's thinking, man, I only messed up really bad on this test because, she used her mind reading ability incorrectly. Her whole plan now. She needs to find out which of her classmates are doing well in what subjects, and those are the ones she's going to use her mind to cheat with, right? And she's gonna try. She's actually pretty cunning. That's a very smart tactic, and she has this iconic face. You have probably seen it before, and many people have used it for memes and whatnot. It is this one. It's right up there with that kind of that smile that she always gives Desmond. This is the other one that it's pretty damn funny when you see it. And so reminded. And so, she's trying to sound like her papa, right? Inside her mind, she's trying to sound like him. And then he thinks, well, good cheat for her. But you know what? So hilarious. Because, excuse me. Because Lloyd thinks, well, I could cheat for her. But if her scores get too high too fast suddenly, someone's going to find out. There's no way we can play that off. Plus, she could get shunned by her classmates. That could have ruined her whole school life. And then Anya's thinking, he's thinking that he at least wants to teach her the basics. Once you teach her the basics, you probably just cheat along the way, right? And then Anya thinks, oh no, getting perfect 100 stores will make everybody hate me. And so she's just kind of like freezing up, shake. She's getting A lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure is on her. He doesn't even know that she knows this is all for a mission. And so she wants to help him with this mission. And Lloyd again thinks, well, pressuring her to study too much could lower her morale and just make her do worse. He says, let's do a change of pace. There's other ways she can get a Stellar Star, right? So he goes, let's do art. And she draws this painting. He's like, that's pretty good. She didn't know. It's a panda. She's like, it's a cow, like at school. This thing looks weird, y'all. So he tries music. She got this violin, breaks every string on it while trying to do it. It says sports. Gave her a tennis racket. She's throwing the balls and can't even hit it. She's in not her sports outfit, but the outfit she wears when she's training with Yor. She's in that outfit, just she's missing it. And then she tries to do this. He has a small pole vault horse. You've probably seen him in gymnastics. You just vault over him. She hurts herself and starts crying. You feel bad because A, you love Anya. B, she's a little kid, and this is one of the times where she's actually pretty much being a little kid. And so he's telling her, he's like, it's okay, don't cry. And he's thinking to himself, take it easy, Twilight. One step at a time. We just need to find something she's really good at and excel. She gets the jump rope from Yor, and she's jumping. And it says Desmond's probably not going to make a move right away. It takes a while for declarations of war or acts of war to go all the way through. My water. Stay hydrated, y'all. And, when she's jumping, she gets tied up in the rope. And she looks up at him and she says, Shishi, which is father. Because she either calls him Papa, which is more of a soft way. But Shishi's closer to father. But she's saying, Papa, Anya will do her best. And he's kind of surprised because he wasn't saying anything. He's thinking it all. And I think at this point, Anya's just like, I'm just going to say, I'll do my best. I promise. She's frustrated. He's frustrated. Well, they're both frustrated. She's trying her best. And you can kind of feel that while he is pressured by this being his mission, you can also tell he kind of wants her to feel good about herself. He's not really putting her down. He's not even putting her down in his own mind. He's just like, she's got to find something she's good at. And he was thinking of Handler. She was saying she expected them to get 8 Stella Stars in 4 months, it makes no sense. You think that she's going to be that smart that at the first level, a first grader is supposed to get those stars that fast? Okay. So he says, Anya, why don't we, go out tomorrow? She's like, an outing? So they have an outing. And, still no Jimmy. Oh, so there's still no quick way for her to get a Stellar Star, but there's another way. Volunteering. They're at a hospital. Anya looked cute in her little red jumper. I like the fact that the characters wear different clothes, except for Yor, except for Twilight, because they are both not humans. Obviously, people wear uniforms at the school, but Twilight is a spy freak, and Yor is a killing, assassinating mind freak. But yes, it's nice to see that Anya, being the one character that drives this show, have different outfits. There's always a thing. You can get away with it in mangas. You can get away with it in comics because people are looking at action. But when it comes to this, that's a good touch. So he's thinking we could also, we can do these volunteering things. It hasn't been unheard of. It's rare, but they do give us Stellar Stars for like catching a criminal, saving somebody from a burning building, things like that. And he's like, I could get people from HQ to kind of help out a little bit. So they're in the hospital. They're supposed to be doing, they do the laundry last. They do the laundry second to last. Supposed to be cleaning. They're going to clean the bathroom. Anya notices, there's a giant pool. He's like, yeah, it's for therapy. She breaks a vase with roses, so they go to the library to help with the books. While he's putting the books away, one of the nurses goes, could you get her she's not doing anything, but she's just reading manga. So I'm guessing, she's not helping. So can you just get her calm down? They go for trying to fix meals. She trips and falls. They do the laundry. She falls asleep on top of it. And she's just like, all this stuff is boring. She wants to do the job where she hands the doctor the scalpel. And he's like, I don't think you can do that one. She's like, I want to go to the operating room. So she runs into the head nurse. Always got to remember how tiny she is. And the head nurse is just like, can you all just help somewhere else? We don't need your help anymore. So they get kicked out. Lloyd looks dejected. She looks dejected. And he's saying, hey, don't worry about it. Everyone fails. Which, again, very uplifting. Even just, this is a stark contrast to what we got in like episode, 3 or 4, when he was thinking, man, is she really that smart? Like, over time, it seems like he is softening and realizing she's a kid. Good. Good. She can hear. What can she hear? She can hear, him thinking in his minds. Nope, nope. I'm sorry, I went too fast. Read my notes. So there's a boy with a crutch. And he's talking to another lady, and they're actually going to the pool. And he's like, "Is the water going to be cold?" That's his whole thing. He's worried about the water being cold. She's like, "Don't worry about it. Just get changed." And there's another class going on with, I guess, seniors or older people working out. Excuse me, at the pool. Got this dude in a speedo. I didn't realize they had people in speedos with therapy pools, whatever. And he's got them doing the thing, and the kid touches the water. And he's like, "Oh, it is kind of cold." Gets off balance and falls in. No one, no one sees it. No one hears it. Uh, the young lady who was with him, she had already changed. She's like, "Oh, maybe he's over here." Dude is drowning. He's thinking really heavy. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Anya can hear his thoughts and knows that he's at the pool because he's saying, "I'm gonna drown." And she's like, "Papa, someone's drowning at the pool." He's like, "Wait, what? Huh? How do you know that?" And she's just kind of like, "All right." And I love it. I love that this thought process with this character goes so fast. She may not be academically smart, but she is. It's so great to see her socially aware, like knowing how to be like, I can't reveal what's going on. Ignore the new microphone. I can't reveal what's going on with my powers and such, but I gotta think of a way because this kid's gonna die, and she can hear him in her mind, like kid is full on. He's about to bite the bullet, and she goes, "You know what, Papa? I'm not good at volunteering, so I'm gonna be a superstar swimmer, and I'm gonna go ahead and go practice in the pool over here." And she's saying all this while she's moving fast. I love the way that they animate characters moving swiftly. Like everyone else is kind of still, and they're just moving rather fast. And she gets to the pool, and Anya has run past the lady that's looking for her. She thinks that he snuck out, and the lady's like, "Hey, you can't really run in here." And Anya's like looking around. There's no sign of this kid. There's no splashing or anything. And he's like, "I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna die." And she looks to the left, sees the bubbles, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start practicing swimming right now." And she jumps in. And the moment she jumps in, the kid sees her. This kid's older than her, mind you, but he sees her and she sees him. She's swimming and she's trying her damnedest to get to this kid, and she can't make it. This is probably Anya's first time ever swimming, and she's just blah, blah. She's like, "I can't do it." And out of nowhere, our boy Loid in the water grabs her, grabs the boy, lifts them both up, and is like, "All right, daughter first, boy second." And the lady comes, the boy's name is Ken. She's like, "Ken, are you? I didn't even know he fell in here." And then the other adults come in. They said, "We didn't know the kid had fell in either, and that he was drowning." And Lloyd's like, "Well, when it comes to children they fall in and they drown rather silently because for them, it's all shock." So he's like, do a better job of keeping an eye out for him, right? And kid just fools on bawls his eyes out. He is crying into, I guess, the woman that's supposed to help him with his physical therapy. He's full on just sobbing. Because, I mean, wouldn't you sob too? You almost died, right? Uh, Wait. And so, Anya says, well, I saw the bubbles. And Lloyd's like, you did a really great job. And the lady who's looking for Ken thanks Anya over and over again. And he praises her and just tells her she needs to be careful. And everyone thanks her. And she got her Stellar Star. It's a night. It looks like a Sailor Moon transformation. It's just ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. And everyone's clapping. Haters are hating. Anya got her first Stellar Star. And they say, Anya Forger, for rescuing a young boy from the pool, here's a Stellar Star. Heck yeah. Becky, everyone needs a friend like Becky. Everybody needs a Becky. Because Becky is hyping her up. She is jumping up. She is just like, yes. And of course, you have Damian Desmond who's like, she beat me. Her. It's so weird that he obviously has feelings for her, but at the same time, she's also his rival. Isn't it cute and funny at the same time? And Mr. Henderson, he's saying, very elegantly done, Miss Forger. She's just, Anya's just all in there. And the young boy, his family, he's in the wheelchair. At their home, he thanks them. They wave and all that other good stuff. Yor hugs her, and we get the funniest. I'm pretty sure I have that picture as well. Ha ha ha. That hug was so genuine and so surprising. And she's squeezing the life out of her. You can just see Anya's face turning kind of blue. And Lloyd is thinking, he's like, I can't describe this feeling, but it's kind of like when I thwarted those terrorists. He said this once before. He's like, I'm so proud of her. He gives her that Lloyd head pat that lets you know everything's gonna be all right. And she has a new laugh. It's the icky, and she's thinking to herself, my powers actually help someone. Yes, Anya. So this is the whole writers do not do things on accident. Trying to find the thing that she's good at is not just volunteering. She's good for helping save people and for standing up for other people. Whether it was a lie or not when she was, saying she was helping Becky, it seems like to be the first thing that she thinks of doing is helping folks. Uh, and when Yor goes, I'm gonna cook you a feast, she scooches towards Lloyd and goes, I want Papa to cook. Just shock. That's Yor just a shock. And she needs 7 stars to get Imperial Scholar, and she needs 7 stars to 7 Tornitus bolts to be exposed. So, yeah, but she got a plus 100 in getting everybody's respect. And this is just the middle of the episode. So on a train, we have Handler and Twilight, aka Lloyd, both in disguise on this train talking. She's like, heard your kid got a Stellar Star. Good job. Is there anything we can do to help from HQ? And you need some agents. Maybe we can set up some more stuff. And he goes, we probably shouldn't, because then people are just going to get suspicious. She's conveniently saving everybody left and right. That won't work. Plus, we don't want to put other agents at risk. So, she says, all right, you're right. I guess if HQ is panicking, she says no, but there's a number of shady businesses around Desmond that are engaging in some shady financial businesses dealings. And she's saying we can be laid back in this situation, she said, get your daughter some candy or something to motivate her, because we got to get this done. Pretty sure we're past 60 chapters in this manga, so I have no clue where this is going. I'm genuinely interested in knowing if the hook of this entire series being the daughter's hiding the secret. The dog is going to hide a secret. I'll get to that in a minute. The daughter's hiding a secret, but knows everyone else's secret. The dog is probably hiding a secret, and those two probably know it. Again, I haven't read. I'm just assuming. Husband is spy. world famous spy within the shady organization. And wife is a world famous assassin among shady organizations. Are we never going to get the Mr. and Mrs. Smith moment out of these two? That's probably how the series would end, wouldn't it? But I believe in the writing because the writing in this has been pretty smart. I digress. So Anya's like a star now. She gets off the bus. She's all like, hey, hey, feeling herself like Kamala Khan did in this past episode of Miss Marvel. And people are going, oh, wow, she's the youngest to get a Stellar Star. These are other students, right? She's in class 3. She's the youngest to get a Stellar Star. I heard she rescued a boy. Oh, man. And Becky pulls up in her car and she gets out. And she's like, Anya. And she says, tisk, tisk, tisk. It's Starlight Anya now, which she's definitely feeling herself, but that's all right. And Becky, mentions, man, everybody's, you're like a celebrity. Everybody's, talking about you. You could probably get 100 friends. It's a very Japanese thing and a very young person thing of having 100 friends. Watch my review of Komi Can't Communicate if you understand. If you want to understand that a little bit more. But anyway, and Anya thinks she gets this daydream of Damien Desmond. Everyone's voices are in her own voice. She hears no one else's voice, and it's in this cute crayon-like world, but everyone's still themselves. Funny enough, it's like the intro of our show, and Damien's like, oh, I've changed my mind on you. Come to my house and we be friends. And then Lloyd comes in, oh, you helped me with my mission. And we hear the regular narrator going, and world peace was achieved. How does she hear everyone else's voices in her own? But then there's the narrator. Hilarious. And so as they get in, of course, wait. We get in, and then Damien Desmond is being a jerk. He's like, don't get a big head, blah, 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 blah. Just reads her down, ruins her mood. And Becky's just like, don't listen to him. It just, dude's an a-hole. And Becky says, let's go, Anya. Anya has a shocked look on her face. Anya doesn't go. She's like, let's go, Starlight Anya. All right. She's just like, this is going to be a pain. So everyone in the classroom is talking trash. They're talking about, oh, maybe she bought the star. She bribed the school. Or maybe she cheated. She did underhanded tactics. And Anya's just looking back like, what the hell? Damn if you do, damn if you don't, right? And Becky, ride or die Becky, she's like, hey, don't listen to them. They're all jealous. And the one girl looks to Damien and says, don't you agree, Damien? He's like, you really think our school would stoop so low to just take a bribe to give a Stellar Star? Or do you honestly think that they would easily give one to someone that's cheating? And she's like, well, no, of course. He's like, you're free to apply to any other school. If you don't want to be in my school, get out. And I'm like, damn. And where am I at here? The fact that she, and in his mind, and the boys are like, oh, you're so manly. Shut up, conehead and rat face. He's thinking the fact that she didn't cheat is why he's mad. That's why he's mad, because he knows she actually earned it. And Becky's like, man, maybe he's more earnest than he looks. So we're going to lunchtime. They have 3D models in this show. It's like Demon Slayer, where some characters have 3D models. I was kind of shocked. I was like, wow. And that's the thing. I'm not shocked because, oh, it looks bad. It looks terrible. No, I'm shocked because it just caught me by surprise. I did not think I would see that. It looks good, though. So they're eating. Of course, Anya always eats omelet rice. And Becky's like, so what's your reward going to be? She's like, reward? You're like, yeah, for getting the star and everything, for doing this cool thing. She said, when I passed that hard test we took last week, I asked for a dress and a tiara. She's talking about with their parents. And I love the fact that she's thinking of this, but because Anya can read minds, it's like Anya's looking up at the same time. It's very much a cartoon/anime thing to do. When someone's talking, you kind of see the flashback up there, but it's kind of also elevated because she can read thoughts. And so so Becky's like, maybe I didn't ask for enough. She's imagining a pink jet and a pink, I think it's a pink yacht. pink tank. I'm sorry. And Anya asks if her family's part of a secret organization that pulls strings, and she's like, "No, our business is legitimate." And then Anya goes, "Well, I want a castle." You're thinking a little bit too big, Becky. Even Becky says this, and I agree. Where would you even put the castle? Because initially, Anya wants peanuts, of course. And Anya's like, "All right, then a year's worth of peanuts." And she's like, "I'm sure you could get that, I guess." And Anya's like, "Man, rewards are super difficult." And Becky says, "Well, the best reward she ever got was Wheezy. Wheezy is her little puppy. Looks like a Yorkshire Terrier." But again, Anya's looking up. They can just see the thoughts. And she turns. She's like, "Mr. Dog." Anya wants a dog. Then she turns and goes to Damien, who just happened to walk by. Says, "The second child. Do you have a dog?" And Becky's like, "Why are you asking him for it?" And he's thinking about his German Shepherd Max, and he's having fun, and he loves himself some Max. He goes, "Why would I tell you? Mind your business. She already read your mind, bro." And so Anya's fantasizing again that she gets this little tiny white Yorkie, and he's like, "Oh, your dog's cute. Let's see if who's cuter, your dog or my dog." Gets welcome to the home. Her dad meets um, Donovan Desmond, the bad guy, and we hear the narrator once more. The world is saved. So that's what she has settled on. When she gets home, she's on her hands and knees like, cannot my reward be a dog?" And Lloyd's like, "Well, was gonna reward you, but a dog." And Yor's like, "Hey, taking care of a living thing is a big responsibility. Are you sure you're up for this?" And she's like, "Yeah." And Lloyd's like, I'm on board for this. Let's discuss this a little bit more," because he's thinking dog will be good for security, and he's thinking of a super muscular boxer. Wow, looks like the dog could just flex with Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. And then Yor's thinking, man, I'm I hope a dog could tear Anya-chan to shreds. She's thinking of a Doberman literally ripping Anya to shreds. And Anya's like I just want a puppy. And he's like, "Little dog." He's like, "Okay, that's fine. I'm sure HQ could help out with that." And Yor still thinks of a Chihuahua with a knife in his mouth, cutting Anya. The blood is pink, mind you. Which, man, Yor has some red but really dark thoughts. And of course, Anya sees all these thoughts, right? And they're going to go to the pep shop this weekend. Meanwhile, in the shadows, two men are talking about someone is interested in buying the dogs. Oh, they say, yeah, apparently some group wants to strap bombs onto them and use them as walking bomb things. And just like, damn. And they have food, looks like just generic dog slop, and the dogs are barking. Dogs 3 and 5 don't look well, they don't give a damn. But then there's this big white dog with a lot of dirt on his face, and he gets this fuzzy image of the Forger family. And he turns around. We see him. He has his mustache looks like Mr. He has a face with a mustache like Mr. Henderson. And that is what the episode. Well, the episode ends where Yanya finds a. Uh, can't remember the type of terrier it is. Is it very much a show dog? And she's like, "I want this one." And yours like, "All right, that one doesn't look deadly, right?" So they're gonna get her a dog. But next episode is gonna be Penguin Park. Oh, this looks like it's gonna be a good episode. Oh, but I can't wait for her to get her big ass white dog. Yes. So, this episode, I think I'm gonna give it it's border is so close to a 5. That's not even crazy. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. It's a 4 at the lowest, but it's a 4.5. It's a really good episode. Really nice coming off of the heels of last week's episode. Good comedy, good action, tons of character development. We're laying some groundwork here for being like, I love this family, and I'm gonna do anything for them. And now you're going, yeah, these are my people, and we're gonna get the 4th member of the Forger family pretty dang soon. I'm excited. Tell me, what did you think of the episode in the comment section down below? Yes, this is action comedy. I said last week that it's not really slice of life, and it really isn't. But it's something cute and endearing about this show. A girl who never got love and was an experiment is finding a family and love within two individuals. One who had to raise a younger brother, and the other one who had, well, I won't spoil that, but Twilight has had a tragic past, and now we're gonna have a dog that also had a tragic past. This is about building families through shared, through having some type of shared trauma, but moving forward as a unit. I love this show. I love it. One of the best of 2022. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not, please, because we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos just like this. As always, don't forget to share the video. Show us what a great time we're having. Thank you as always for showing up and taking some time out to spend some time with me. Be good, be blessed, wash your hands, wear masks, be safe out there, everybody. Be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, don't be a jerk. It's allergy season, spider season. Take care. And I will most definitely see you next time.